25 years a professional. It's been a long, hard slog, but he is about to get his hands on his first ranking trophy. And my word, he's done it the hard way, and he deserves to celebrate. His family are here, they're going to have a great night. There are some tears, I can tell you, in his eyes. It means the world to him. It means everything to him. Mark King is the champion in Belfast. One of the most dramatic finals you will ever see, and it's Mark King at the age of 42 who beats Barry Hawkins 9-8 to win the Northern Ireland Open. And his wife and kids join him on the stage. He's in floods of tears, you can understand it. The crowd on their feet for both players, including Barry Hawkins, who gave it absolutely everything. But my word, that picture tells the story, doesn't it? Fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, please show both these players just how much Belfast appreciates them. Barry Hawkins and Mark King. Well, Barry, first, is there any consolation that you played a part in a final that has thrilled the snooker fans all around the world? Because that was an evening we'll never forget.
Yeah, it was a tough match, and Mark played brilliant tonight. You know, he put me under a load of pressure, and he got ahead of steam. You know, he reeled off of 4 frames, I think, on a trot, and he didn't really give me much of a look in. So yeah, he deserves his win tonight, definitely, and it's been a long road for him, and I'm pleased for him because he played better than I did, definitely.
I know, obviously, like every professional player, you look after yourself first and it's all about your game, but I know that you've really taken to Belfast this week with snooker being back in Northern Ireland. You've walked around the city, and ahead of the UK's, you must be thinking this has been great preparation. Yeah,
no, it's been a great week. Obviously, you don't know what to expect at the start of the week, so I would have took the final probably at the start. So yeah, no, it's been a great week, and hopefully we come back for many more years to come, because it's a lovely city and we get a lot of good support here. So thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, your runner-up, Barry Hawkins.
They do come true.
I can't imagine what is in your head and heart right now, processing this fact. Who or what are you thinking about right now?
See, the last 2 minutes where they came out, I've been dreaming of that ever since they've been born, and I never thought it would happen. And obviously, 42 years old, you know what I mean? I'm on the last 9. I'm on the last 9 of my career. So just that one, you know, just them coming out and seeing me winning is everything. And, you know, my wife's been unbelievable. The last few years, I used to compulsive gambling, treat her like absolute crap, and she's stuck with me. She's just been an absolute rock. And I can't thank her enough. She's just an angel.
We throw about this 25 years a professional without a ranking title like confetti in the commentary box in the presenter's studio, but for you it's tens of thousands of miles. It is all that family support, but it's no longer a dream, it's reality.
Yeah, I just looked over at them and I said, am I dreaming? Because I still can't believe it's happened. And, you know, I just want to thank 2 or 3 people, Jeff and Steve at the club, who've been, you know, there from the beginning. You know, Chris Henry, been working in for 18 months, and he's, you know, he's turned my game around. And the one person I want to thank more than anyone is my dad, because I'm gutted he can't be here tonight, but he's not feeling very well, and you know, he spent his last money on me, you know, all through the years, and even, to be fair, even for this competition, he lent me money to come because I was skint, you know, and he's seriously, he's 83 years old, you know what I mean, he's a little wheeler and dealer, ducking and diving, and everyone on the tour knows him. He's the most loveliest bloke you'll ever meet, and I cannot thank him enough, and the only thing that I can thank him is taking that trophy home.
Marky, this is quite a stat, really. 319 tournaments to get to. Just that's all.
Is that this season? That's this season, isn't it? Thanks to Barry Earn, yeah. Yeah, no, is that how many tournaments it's been? Oh, my God, I feel really old now, you know. I lost my hair when I was about 11, and I feel about 300. No, look, it's one of them things where I never thought it was going to happen. You know, I messed around with it, me gambling, all that, years and years ago, but I go to GA once a week, keeps me clean. And I've been off nearly 4 years, and it's, you know, really good support from them, support from we got like a group I went on holiday with for golf, cocktails and comb-overs. All they've done all week is just slag me off, cane me all week, and it's just like really refreshing. Loads of support on Facebook, Twitter, all that. I cannot thank you enough. And I'm not just saying it because I'm here now, but this is what the last time I was in Ireland, I got to the final. And you know, not being funny, even when a non-Irish player is playing, they're still so supportive of both players. They've been absolutely fantastic all week.
One final question, and a really simple one. You probably had a place in a mantelpiece somewhere, and it's just been sitting for that trophy, for that ranking trophy. Where's it going?
Anywhere. I think I might have to. It might have to come in between me and the missus tonight, I think. My boys just looked at me and said, we're going Z and Co on Monday, so that means I'm going to do me plums on Monday. No, but listen, it's going to be one of them things. If I never, ever win a tournament ever again, I can say, do you know what? I've won that. And do you know what? The fella Alex Higgins, when I was little, I used to cuddle up to my dad watching the telly when he used to play the Nugget. And, you know, we always wanted Alex to win because everyone hated Steve because he was too good. Alex was, you know, a fantastic person, fantastic player. And I want to thank Steve Davis as well because he helped me along my career. Dreaming. I still think I'm in a dream.
Well, he thinks he's still in a dream, but it gives me great pleasure to say this in real life, and I'll just pinch you. Ladies and gentlemen, ranking title winner, Mark King. Please welcome the presentation party to present the runner-up with a medal and a cheque for £30,000, Coral's Public Relations Manager, Nicola McGeady, and to present a cheque for £70,000 and a trophy named after the genius Alex Higgins is the daughter of the legendary Hurricane himself, Lauren Higgins. Well, Mark, this is a moment you've been waiting for 25 years, so... No, not yet, Mark. Get back, get back. 25 seconds longer will not hurt you. Ladies and gentlemen, your runner-up, Barry Hawkins. Well, ladies and gentlemen, lifting this trophy on behalf of a quarter-of-century of friends and family and his dad back home, your winner, Mark King!
Well, the sporting world is increasingly safe and commercial. What you saw there in his speech and his reaction is sheer real life. That is a man who has worked for 25 years for this moment, and you saw what it meant to him, and you heard what it meant to him, and now he's celebrating with his family. And these are great scenes for the Kings. Bill will be cheering at home, I'm sure. He's got a voice left after the dramatic final. And Neil, you've got to pay tribute to Mark King, because this is a day that could not have come.
No, it's wonderful. Everything about this is completely wonderful, and he couldn't deserve it more. He spoke well, Bill King. It's the first time I've seen him. I've not seen him at the venue actually, because he's always there. I hope he's feeling all right, and we hope to see him soon. But fantastic, wonderful congratulations to Mark King, and that is thoroughly deserved today.
It was a great final. Barry Hawkins played his part, but the champion here in Belfast is Mark King, as we return to the studio and Colin Murray.
Well, what a breathless evening. The penultimate frame was just stunning. One frame to win it all. The hearts were in the mouth. Ronnie O'Sullivan, the first winner of the Alex Higgins Trophy, and how much does that mean to him?
You can see how much it means to him. He's buzzing, isn't he? I mean, he's just he's a character, isn't he? You know, and you know, he can't believe it, can he? He's so, you know, it's great to see his family there, and you know, he's done, you know, fantastic to watch, you know, to see.
You know, I said this earlier in the week, Jimmy, but you know, you can get so sick of the polished, media-trained sports people that we hear all the time. They hear him pour his heart out like that. They talk about his addictions, his demons, how he's conquered them, those who've supported him. You know, hugging his dear old dad as a kid, aspiring to this very moment, was just very special.
Yeah, he's definitely real, and, you know, he definitely had a real proper battle, you know, being 5-3 down, 5-1 down to win the first four. He had a shot to double the black after getting that amazing snooker on the, well, not quite snooker on the pink, parted the black, Barry Hawkins. He had a shot on the double, missed it. You just thought, well, maybe he's missed his opportunity, but played well in the last game.
If you want guaranteed drama and a definitive outcome, go to the theatre, right? If you want something that's entirely unpredictable, that can be rubbish one day and awe-inspiring the next, watch sport. And that's what we had in that final. The last two frames in particular, it was just as good as it gets, Dennis Taylor.
It was incredible on the pink and black, how long that went on for. And we were sitting there thinking, there's only one shot. He's got to get the pink right on the black. And the odds against that were, well, I don't know what they were, but he did get the pink on the black. And then, as Jimmy said, he was an inch away from winning the trophy. And then to come back and do it again.